Well, welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. This week I was back doing a bit of organisation. I think it's like the time of year, like those dark nights, I have to keep myself distracted or else I'll just go to bed. But I was doing a bit of organising in this week's video. 2 weeks ago I did like a clean with me video, and a lot of you guys were saying that you're kind of in the same like mindset. So I don't know if it's like the change of season, or I just find this time of year and like spring as well, I love doing a bit of like organising and sorting through. So these weren't too bad. I have an old video from this time last year, same time, and my cabinets were like shocking bad. So this was more of a maintenance, and I thinned out on stuff that I didn't use in the last year. So last year I did like a big declutter and I organised, but I did hang on to some stuff just in case I use it. So any of the bits that I didn't use, I made like boxes for donation. So I had 2 boxes, which isn't too bad. I'm gonna get straight into the video, and I hope you get some motivation if you do have a drawer or a corner in your house that needs to be tackled. I hope you get some motivation. So the first room that I want to organise and tackle is my craft room / office, and I'm going to be tackling my Ikea units. So in Ikea I picked up these little bins, and they're designed to go inside the Alex, but they also fit into my other unit, so the wall unit. If you saw, I made that back in spring to give me more storage. So what I needed to do was I needed to organise more than declutter. I didn't really get rid of anything in the office. I just needed to store it better. And the good thing is, when you store stuff better and more organised, you actually free up more space and it's easier to find things. So it's a win-win. Now I will say, I am not a massive fan of organising, and I did a lot of procrastination to get to this point. So I'm going to stop kind of waffling, and I'll let you know, I'll let you just carry on and watch, because I know there's people who just love to watch decluttering in peace, and I'll come back to chat to you when I'm doing the kitchen. But I'm basically just organising all of my smaller tools. Each drawer had something, so there could be something from the sewing stuff in with the woodwork stuff, and I had tools in places. So I just was getting all of the smaller tools together and then just kind of organising like my Cricut stuff and things like that. So it's organised for me. I'm sure some people might be like, you could do better, but for now, that's as good as I can get it. in the kitchen, the drawer of doom. We all have one. Thumbs up in the comments if you have a drawer of doom, let me know. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I noticed that I had loads of seeds in my drawer of doom. Generally what goes into the drawer of doom is any kind of paperwork, which there doesn't be much, random kind of bills and stuff, seeds and bits and bobs, so like remote control, the odd charger, straws by the looks of it, and candles and light bulbs. So this was organised last year, so this just needed a little maintenance. So I went through just some random paperwork. Half of them are like seed catalogues that I never ordered from, and random things that get thrown in the door. I am really good at trying to go digital with all of my bills, and what kind of comes in might just be like, I don't know, insurance certificate, but it generally goes in that drawer, anything kind of house related. I probably should free up a drawer in my office for it though, but that's where it goes for now. And my seeds, they can go where they belong, in the greenhouse, and they can be stored in there. I actually have lots of free storage in the greenhouse, but I'm trying to keep that just for kind of like gardening stuff and tools. So my under sink storage wasn't dreadful. If you saw my previous videos, you would have seen much worse. But I wanted to get a new bin from Ikea. So like, we obviously like recycle in Ireland. So I mostly recycle, and most of my rubbish is like soft plastics, which can be thrown into the green bin, and then I just have a smaller bin for the compost, and then anything that kind of goes into the black bin, I don't put that out too often. I'm able to recycle most of the stuff that I have, just some plastics can't be put in the bin. So I hate having bins out on display. I like having smaller petite bins. I would rather change them more often and have them hidden than have bigger bins outside. So I picked up them 2 bins in Ikea, and they fit perfectly. They're actually made to go inside an Ikea kitchen, and they can be like pulled out in a drawer, but they fit perfectly in a normal kitchen. If you're like me and you don't have an Ikea kitchen, then bins are perfect. And then I just sorted through the drawers. Basically what I did was I removed, you'll see I have a talent for like filling like cabinets, especially ones that have a lot of depth, and there was stuff behind things. So basically if I didn't use it in the past year, it went into a donate box, or I thinned down on like items I didn't need. So this is what I was left with in the end. I try and keep my cleaning products and rags and things like that quite lightweight. Like I don't like hanging on to things just in case I'm going to use them, because that's kind of how clutter kind of forms. And I was delighted that I was able to get my mop bucket in on the bottom shelf, because again, that's a nice home for it, and it's not poking about anywhere else in the kitchen, because they are an eyesore. Like, mop buckets are not sexy. I'm sure you could get a nice sexy one from Zara Home, but who needs a sexy mop bucket? So once I cleaned this, I moved on to my other presses, and again, it was just thinning out on what I had. Recently, I had like a family kind of gathering in my garden, and I noticed that like I had lots of glassware, but half of it I didn't even need, or it wasn't used. So I don't know where I'm going with all of these glasses. I have enough glasses to like, I don't know, like feed a small army. So I thinned down and I put them in a donate box, as well as like cups and mugs that I don't use, and then I just sorted through the rest. So this little drawer is my like naughty drawer. This drawer houses alcohol that I rarely use. It's like spirits people give me, crisps in the goodie basket, cat food, and then like random appliances like my iron and air fryer thingy. There's a random golden pineapple in there as well. So this just needed to be organised a little bit, and again, any kind of food or items that was gone off in there, I just removed, reorganised it and put it back in. But if you're ever in my house, this is the sweet tea drawer, alcohol drawer and cat food drawer. Very random, but I'd love to know if you too have a random press that is unique to you and your family in your kitchen. Lads, my hair, I look like Wurzel Gummidge today. It's just because I had it lovely and curly yesterday and I just brushed it, and this is what's left, but channeling my inner scarecrow today. So like I said, this organising wasn't like too bad, and also just something I wanted to kind of like share. I see people do these amazing organising videos and they look like Pinterest worthy when they're finished, and they have labelled jars and labelled boxes, and I'm not that hardcore an organiser. I don't enjoy the process of it. Wasn't there a show on Netflix? I think I watched it last year, and they just organised people's houses and they labelled everything. In theory, I love that, but putting them in the baskets is enough for me. Labelling them, no. So that's as far as I can go. So I'm just glad they look tidy. They don't have to be Pinterest worthy once they're just tidy and organised. And I have to say, having the baskets and containers and bins makes it easier to not wreck things in drawers. I think going forward, all drawers that are sold should come with sectional divider things, because it's just easier to lift out a little section and organise it and stop everything becoming one giant mess. I'm gonna pop a link to last year's like kitchen organising video. I have like a playlist as well. You can see my evolution. I was like bad. I like stuff things in drawers. Looks pretty on the outside, and I stuff the drawers. But I'm getting better as the years have gone on, which you'll see the progression. Like decluttering, I find I have less to declutter, and it's more just organising what I have, looking after what I have, and not buying stuff I don't need. If you're new to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, and if you like what you see, welcome to the community. And for my usual cheeky thumbs up, and I'll see you in next week's video.